So we are back in here with Torito, and right now we're going to be working on some desensitizing stuff. Just things that you want to get done before you just throw a saddle up on your horse. In this video we'll go over desensitizing with a lead rope, a pull noodle, a ball, and we'll also work a little bit on fence work. I got a lead rope. I think this one's about 12 feet. I'm just going to work on throwing that out there and letting him realize that this isn't going to do anything, that we're just kind of moving the lead rope around. And once he could stand still with me doing this, I'll start working on getting it around his legs and other things like that. Right there, it's pretty good. I'll start by going around his front legs here. Go around his back legs. I'm gonna ask him to move his feet. It's really important when you're doing any type of desensitizing that you can get the horse to move its feet while you're doing it as well, because they can freeze up and they may look like they're doing great on the outside, but on the inside they're panicking. You see I'm pretty good with all this. And from there I can work on going up around his back. Same thing, want them to move their feet. You might accidentally hit him with it a couple times, it's not a big deal. You can get him used to stuff like that too. Like if you're out roping cows or something and you miss and you're bringing your rope back up to you, sometimes that rope is moving in a weird way and it might come up and get him on the belly or something. I'm not doing this hard. I'm just kind of letting the lead rope go up against him against the lead rope's own weight. And he's allowed to move. I'm not going to discourage that. I want him to be able to figure out that he can still move. Even if this stuff is going on, he's not going to be in trouble. That sometimes this stuff might happen. If he does quit moving his feet, I'll reward him though. I'll give him that break and let him think about it all. And I'll start again. Oh, what was that? Same thing. Get him to move his feet again while you're doing this. Once he's checked out on one side and he's doing good, give him that break and then go on, move to the other side. Do the same thing I did on the other side. I'll start off just by throwing this rope out here. Not necessarily trying to touch him with it, but if I do accidentally touch him with it, it's not a big deal. And for this, it's more of a sound thing. I think this is the eye that he's got trouble seeing out of. He's not completely blind in this eye, but he does have some vision changes for sure. I'll work on going around his legs, move his feet. I might just kind of walk around and get him to move his feet while I'm doing this too on his front legs, just so he can get used to that. I'll go to his back legs. Ask him to move. He's doing really good with all this. He's a smart cookie. I'll go up over his back. I'll reward him a little bit. He's doing pretty good with it all. He's not freaking out. He's like, okay, yeah, it's kind of weird, but I can handle it. I'll start messing with his body again with it, like I'm bringing the rope up. Like I said, I'm not hitting him with it. I'm just picking the lead rope up and letting it fall against him. This doesn't hurt, it's just a little bit more pressure on it. He's doing really good. We'll give him a break. Let him think about it all. So now we'll pull our terrifying pool noodle out. Let him check it out. You always want to introduce stuff to your horse before just going ahead and start swinging it around him. Now with this, all he's doing is he's feeling it with his nose. A lot of people think that he's smelling it. Like if the horse reaches his nose out, they think that the horse is smelling it, but they're not. They're just trying to feel it. They're trying to get an idea of what it is with their nose. Horses have a really good sense of smell. So honestly, he can probably smell you from about 10 feet away, if not more. I'm sure he's already got a chance to smell all the weird smells around this whole round pen, the saddle, the pads, Emily, the pool noodles, all of it. So then from there, you can start working on rubbing them down a little bit with it. And they might want to check it out a couple more times while you're doing this too, and that is completely fine. Sit here and rub his withers, go down his butt. Might go down his back leg a little bit. Just let him feel that out. I might go in between his back legs a little bit. Wiggle it around, make it really weird. And he's allowed to move with this stuff, and he's not going to get in trouble for moving. And you shouldn't get your horse in trouble for moving. The reason he's moving is because he's not used to the stuff that you're doing yet. So get him used to it. Right there, he's got an issue, so we're going to keep on with that. I'm going to keep working here until he doesn't have an issue. You might be able to grab his halter knot right here on the side to be able to control him a little bit more while you're doing this. Good boy. Might come up and touch his belly, touch him in the sheath area. If you got a gelding, you better get him used to touching the sheath area, because if not, you're going to have a lot of issues later on. If you have a gelding, you should really be cleaning his sheath out a couple times a month, if not more. If you can't touch your horse's sheath, then grab a pool noodle and start working on it. Grab a flag. Grab something that can be an extension of your arm and work on touching him in that area so that he's used to it. He's doing pretty good on that side, so we'll give him a break, and then I'm going to go on to the other side. I bet that side smells like you. Start petting him down his shoulder, rubbing down his withers. Grab this halter knot here so that way I've got a little bit more control over what he's doing. And I'm not wrapping my hand around this halter knot. When I say grab it, I don't mean grab it and hold on for dear life. I mean have a couple fingers on it so that way you can control him. If he decides he's going to run off and freak out, he's not going to take me with him. My fingers will just slip right out of there. Go back up here underneath his legs. He don't care about it. He says that's kind of weird, but it's not going to bother me. Another thing you might want to do is work on wiggling that above him. Get him used to seeing something weird up above him. That kind of helps you get ready for when you want to sit up there. He's used to stuff being up there. When he settles down, just kind of walk away like nothing happened. I might keep it up here a little bit longer this time, after he's stopped moving his feet. If he's trying to block you or get to the other side, get that halter knot. That way you can block him from blocking you. Come over and do the same thing on the other side. I know we can't see that well on this side, but you always want to make sure you do things out of both sides, right? He's like, I can't see it. I don't care. Good job, buddy. Go one more time on this side just for good measure. Okay, go ahead.
Ready?
Yep. I gotta hide behind you, man. I don't know what that is. What is it? So when you first got the ball in here, don't just start throwing the ball at your horse. Kind of walk around, kick it around the round pen a little bit. Let him follow you while you're following the ball. The goal is to get your horse used to these things, not to traumatize them with it. And I'll stop kicking it, and I'll see if he wants to come up and check it out. I'm not going to force him up here. I'm going to keep asking him to come take a look. Just going to keep asking him to take a step towards it. If he wants to walk around it, it's not a big deal. Don't start wailing on your horse because he's not doing it right off the bat. Give him a chance. Good boy. That's why you want to give him a chance. If you were to start wailing on your horse when they're walking around like this, you're just going to make them more afraid of the thing that you're trying to get used to. Might ask him to come over and take another look at it. And this is on his time. I'm not in a hurry to get this done. I'm gonna ask him to take one more step here. If he wants to go and take a sniff at it or stick his nose in it, I'm going to take the pressure off because he's doing what you're asking him to do. He's getting closer to the ball, so there's no reason to keep asking him to come forward when he's already making an effort to come forward. Good boy. Ask one more time here. Good. Good job, bud. You just conquered one of your fears. He sure does. Like, it looks like a big blob out of that side. He's partially blind in his right eye. Yeah. Horse's vision is weird too. So like we have like binocular vision, they have monocular vision, and it's a very narrow plane of view. I think I got a book in my office that shows it too. Good boy. Yeah, you can start playing soccer. Kick it, see what happens. Yeah, buddy, you're getting closer. Keep trying. Can you kick it? Nice. You did it. You touched it.
He said no.
It's okay, buddy. We'll try it again. All right, come up and touch it with your nose again. We'll be done. Go ahead. You can do it. Good job, buddy. Good boy. So this is something that we'll probably need to continue to work on for a while. Might pick it up and let him look at it too while I have it up in the air. Good. Did you die? Yes, maybe a little bit on the inside. Try not to drop your lead rope. Whoa. Good boy. Whoa. You're okay. I'll let him check it out again before I pick it back up. Yep. Gotta show him that you're a fire-breathing dragon. Maybe it'll go away. I know you're very worried. I might just have him check it out a couple more times. Might bounce it up one more time. Just let him watch it bounce. I'll ask him to check it out one more time with his face. Good boy. So he's very curious about this. He's still terrified of it, but he's making progress. You need to take a look around and make sure it's not still in here. Here, I'll show you. Now he's crowding me because he's scared. It's like those cartoons, you know, like Scooby-Doo, where Shaggy gets scared and jumps into Scooby's arms, something like that. You do not want that with horses, by the way.
He was trying to do that. Yeah.
So with him being so worked up about that ball right now, what I might do is give him a really big break and just let him be alone for a minute. Oh, you feel better now? Okay. So he did get pretty worked up with that ball. He's gonna need a lot more work with desensitizing, especially with that. The next thing I have planned is fence work, but I do want to give him a minute just to kind of settle down before we move on to fence work.